This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Yeah, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
So I'm writing down notes on my phone, the last words to my family. Sorry.
Welcome to DBL. That was some powerful and emotional words from Jeremy Renner, who is giving his first interview since being crushed by a snowplow in January. In the Diane Sawyer interview, the actor talks about how close to death he really was. Let's take another look.
If I was there on my own, that would have been a horrible way to die. And surely I would have. Surely. But I wasn't alone. It was my nephew, sweet Alex, and the rest of the cavalry came.
Wow, I loved him as an actor. I still do, and I love him even more as a person. He broke more than 30 bones. His full interview will air tonight on ABC. Usually like to crack some jokes on the show and kick it off funny, but this is serious, and what he went through, he kind of documented on Instagram if you follow him. And there's got to be an emotional aspect to going through all that as well, not just on your body, but mentally.
Yeah,
obviously.
That's what PTSD stems from. Obviously, this is it's a story that we'll remember for quite some time, and the idea that he's able to tell it is miraculous. I mean, when you look at him, there's a saying like, "Good thing you don't look like the things you've been through." Wow, that was really smooth, Erica.
But I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, that obviously emotional.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody the other day. I'll just say my girlfriend. Her boss fell off a ladder this weekend, really hurt himself. And I don't think that we stress enough how many people get hurt working around the house. I almost fell off a ladder. There's Christmas lights every year. I think it's this kind of weird thing that's lampooned in like funny movies, like somebody falling off the house into the bushes, but it's a real thing. And I feel one of the things that he can do is, as if he hasn't done enough by entertaining us with all those movies, is like really, like I would love to see a public service campaign, like reminding people at home, like how hurt you can get trying to do things around the house. He was dealing with really heavy equipment. And when we first ran this story, quite frankly, I thought he was going to pass away. When we read the details of that and just knowing about like where arteries are on your body, I don't think people understand your femoral artery, which runs kind of like along your groin area. Like if that gets cut, you'll bleed out in 60 seconds. Yeah. So the fact that he's alive is a miracle, but he's got a lot of work to do, Erica, in terms of, like you said, the PTSD, because there's a mental aspect that clearly he's struggling with, as we all would.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this interview because he did bring everyone along on that journey. He was close to death. He wrote his family like almost a goodbye message. But as you get older, there's something, and I don't want to get emotional here, but it's something as a parent, it's like your life is almost secondary. It is secondary.
It is.
And you do things like this, and like he could have thought in his head, hey man, I got a lot more to lose than this guy who's my nephew. Quite honestly, I'm sure there's people that are like that, and he sprung into action, and he said he'd do it again. That's the kind of people I want to roll with, I love that.
Amazing.
I love that. Now we can have some fun.
Yes.
All right, but that was an important story. I like that. We're learning more about the infamous Vanderpump Rules scandal involving Tom Sandoval and Raquel, otherwise known as Scandoval. Fellow cast member Tom Schwartz now tried to clear the air about when the cheating actually took place. Let's take a look and we'll explain.
I learned in late August, about the affair. The one-night stand.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay.
He came to me in January, and he told me that he's in love with Raquel.
He told you he was in love with her in January. Your reaction was?
I was flabbergasted.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised because I think there's a lot of people out there who kind of know it was an open secret. It was an open secret.
What was an open secret?
Tom and Raquel.
So that was obviously on Watch What Happens Live. Andy was making fun of him because he's like, dude, you're just giving me word salad. Just give it to me. What happened? So he's in a tough situation. I know Erica's here for it, but he's in a tough situation. If you don't know, Al, Tom, who that is, Tom Schwartz, his best friend as well as business partner had that affair. Okay, just to bring. What does he
Tom
do?
Sandoval.
Right.
I'm starting to get it.
You're starting to get it down.
Two Toms.
You guys.
But it's good. The audience who doesn't know will kind of, you'll have questions just like
they see through my eyes of ignorance. Yes. But I'm kind of getting it. It's a tough situation because there's a couple of factors at work. First of all, your business, your money, and now you're kind of playing with my money by destabilizing your living situation, and also just a friendship that, obviously he knew the women involved, but also his friendship, and it just, you put everybody in a tough situation when you don't make clear decisions. And the clear decision he did not make was to just choose a partner, and it's somebody that has cheated before. I've been there before. I know how tough that is and how emotionally weak you have to be to not to carry out with cheating. But at the same time, as you get older, you realize, Erica, how many people it affects.
Well, yeah, I think the thing about this particular situation, though, is the idea that he pretended like he was the one that this girl was with. So he was covering the whole time.
Erica's bringing it to the
I'm
next
like,
level.
I understand what you're saying, but like he was covering, and for great reason. His business partner, who was the cheater, also took out a $250,000 loan against his mortgage that he shares with the girl that he was cheating on. So yeah, there's a
it gets deeper, Al. It gets deeper. We touched the surface.
First of all, I didn't know anything about any of these people until the Sandoval trial, until the Sandoval scandal started, and now I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it gets real. It gets real deep. Yeah, real deep.
In a weird way, I'm sure when he did get caught and all this came out, they say it happens a lot. They say the way that they identify people that have that are the actual criminals is once you catch the guy that committed the murder, instead of like pacing back and forth in their cell when they're looking at him, they go to sleep because they're like, I'm caught, let me get some rest. Whereas like if it was one of us, we'd be like, oh my, I didn't do it, I think it's the same thing in this situation where once he was caught, he must have been like, this is all off of my show. Can you imagine keeping 17 lies?
While cameras are rolling around you.
That's a lot. That's a full-time job.
It's absolutely. You have like 17 personalities.
If you guys are fans of Vandy's, everyone's just waiting for that reunion. You know what I mean? All right, let's get this last story in. J-Lo, is she doing a money grab? The actress just released a new alcohol brand. You be the judge, and I'll tell you why after this.
I just wanted to create something better tasting, better ingredients, something I want to drink with my friends and family, and that is DeLola.
So get this is why I said you be the judge. J-Lo admits that she doesn't even drink. So should celebs create products or get into partnerships with products that they don't even use?
So DeLola is 100% an alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah, that's the whole question.
I was just wondering because, like, you have like Katy Perry, who's paired up with a non-alcoholic drink. Because now there's so many different non-alcoholic spirits.
Low-calorie alcohol. So it is alcohol, and she doesn't drink. But Katy Perry does drink.
And she has a non-alcohol,
right,
like that she, it's like a brand partnership.
Right.
Thing.
Do you think that's okay to partner with something that you don't actually use?
Yes.
You really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. When you're buying,
it seems a little money grabby.
That's what this whole thing is.
But she's worth $1 billion, not literally, but almost.
Why would you partner with something that you don't believe in?
Because Erica, she's selling herself. When Snoop Dogg, I don't know if Snoop Dogg drinks his red wine, but it sells pretty good.
But he drinks wine.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. If he did and then stopped while it was being produced, would you stop buying it if you liked it? What you're doing when you're buying these products, whether they're Air Jordans, you're buying the person, you're buying the story that goes along with that product. Everybody sells shoes. Everybody sells booze. When you go to buy booze, there's a million different ones that you could choose from. You choose the one that you know LeBron James makes, or Matt Damon makes, or the tequila that George Clooney sells, or the tequila Kylie Jenner or Kendall Jenner sells. You're buying them. You can get any kind of tequila you want. You're just buying the idea. You're buying.
I kind of against you on this one too. We're going to talk about it in the break. Go to YouTube, and we're going to Fight Al.
Talk to me.
Coming up on
Fight
DBL, our
Al.
interview with Oscar winner and stand-up comedian Monique. She's telling us all about her new Netflix special, and Bud Light's partnership with a trans woman leads to stars like Travis Tritt and Kid Rock protesting the company's products. It's going to get heated. We're going to talk about it next.
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point.
But I'm gonna have a conversation about what's happening now.
So Al made the comment.
You know what I mean?
that
You'd have to
do it
think like maybe a
because
dozen.
It's about the money or how people consume the consumerism of the branding. But I think the issue is once you've become a celebrity or you've become a well-known person, and you start to take endorsements and put your name and face behind it, and you don't believe in it, then your credibility is shot.
Well, I don't understand
I think sometimes it only takes one time to allow that to happen. Where, like, there are so many different brands and opportunities. Like for me personally, I'm sure Jeff gets a million of them. Like that people come and they're we'll
That's
give
okay.
you this amount of money in order to put this on your feed, on your Instagram, on your whatever. And I'm like, I don't even know what this is. And then even like times where you're allowed to like try it or sample it or whatever, and it's like, I think this really sucks. So I'm not going to put it out there because I don't want people, because at the end of the day, you're the face at that point.
Right.
So if you're telling people who believe in you and are following you for that reason, I really love this, I believe in it, I think you should try it too, then you get kind of one time to really mess that up.
Yeah, and I think it means more too. J-Lo, I feel like she's got enough money and she could do something that she actually likes, or come out with a non-alcoholic brand of some sort because she doesn't drink and promote that. This is what I like to drink when I'm at parties. It's coming more personalized. Like, if someone sends me clothes or something, I'm like, I don't know if I want to work with that company because I don't know who they are and I don't really wear their clothes. If I promote something, I want to be like, hey, I actually wear this on the weekends and stuff, you know?
Right. She also says she drinks it, so that's what's weird.
But
In the promotion, she says she drinks it.
spits it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink. So if I throw a party, does it have to be non-alcoholic because it's something I don't believe in?
No.
Liar!
Al held up his end over there during the break. All right, so let's get to this. This is pretty serious. Welcome back to DBL. Some famous Bud Light drinkers are very upset right now, and it all began with this Instagram video. The beer company partnered with a trans influencer named Dylan Mulvaney to promote its March Madness contest. But like we said, some celebs are not happy about it. A quick warning, what we're about to show you does include some gunfire. So in protest, Kid Rock posted this video of him shooting cases of Bud Light with an assault-style rifle.
I do that when I don't have a trash can.
Just rip it up.
Yeah, just blow it away.
So country singer Travis Tritt also tweeted that he'll be deleting all Anheuser-Busch products from his tour rider. If you don't know what that is, it's the products that people get inside their dressing room. He doesn't mean selling at the stadium. When asked about the partnership, Anheuser-Busch said it works with hundreds of influencers to connect with audiences across various demographics. That makes sense. That makes sense. So are people overreacting to this? Do you think it's just a very, very small percentage that's being very loud? What are we thinking?
I think these are outrage actors.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that the action is the reaction. I don't think it has anything to do with Dylan. I don't think it has anything to do with, give us back our beer.
I think you kind of have to explain that because she, if you guys don't know, she did an ad with her face on the can,
right?
But it's one of one, and when you promote something, they send that to you personally to promote to your audience. It's no different than if you're reading do trans people not read magazines or newspapers? Hundreds of people means hundreds of demographics across the United States or world. That's what Anheuser-Busch is trying to promote.
Right, and so someone who likely doesn't follow Dylan, probably didn't even know that Dylan existed in the world, went on to a hashtag, saw this person, looked at Dylan and said, how dare they? So that's an outrage actor. You know how they talk about crisis actors and
I gotcha.
and all. Yeah, it's an outrage actor. Like now we have something, because up until then, apparently Kid Rock was standing by a pond with just plywood before he started shooting up those Budweiser Bud Light cans. So there was nothing else going on.
It's just it's a sad situation, Erica, because I think you're right. They are outrage actors, and it really doesn't make sense. You know, Travis Tritt said he's gonna, not have Bud Light in his dressing room. I'm quite sure that Anheuser-Busch has sponsored a Travis Tritt concert or two. I wonder if he's gonna give that money back. There's always an issue about what you say you're gonna do and what you're really willing to do. This is about letting your base know, hey, I'm not with this. But the idea that a company can't try and market to every possible demo, isn't that the entire point of capitalism? The altar at which a lot of these people worship at is like money over everything. We lionize people. We lionize like Michael Douglas's character in Wall Street and things like that. Wolf of Wall Street. Hey, get the money, keep selling, whatever. But when a company's like, hey, we'll take that advice. We're going to try and get that money and keep selling. They're like, yeah, but not to them, and Colin Kaepernick. You can't pick and choose. This is capitalism. Either we don't have emotions or we do. And last I checked, you guys are the forget your feelings side, so you kind of can't talk out of both sides of your mouth.
I hear you. I think this one's going to blow over pretty quick. We'll be right back.
This clip on Twitter claims to show President Joe Biden admitting to coordinating the indictment against President Trump.
We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by, if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president again.
But is that what's really going on here? Let's verify. Did Biden say his administration is using the indictment to ensure Trump does not become the next president? Our sources are a search using video and photo forensics tools Revi and Invid, and video from a November 9th, 2022 press conference with Biden. Using Revi and Invid, we tracked that video clip to a press conference held by Biden on November 9th, the day after the midterm elections.
Well, we had an election yesterday.
During the event, Biden was asked what reassurances he gave world leaders who had concerns about Trump returning to office. He responded with the same answer seen in the viral clip. The press conference took place 6 days before Trump announced he was running for president and nearly 6 months before he was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. So it could not have been in response to Trump being indicted. So no, Biden did not say his administration is using the indictment to ensure Trump does not become the next president. The White House has repeatedly declined to comment about Trump's indictment. With you on Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. In her first ever Netflix comedy special, Monique does not hold back. She's sharing stories she thought she would take to her grave so that we can understand exactly who she is. Earlier, she told us more about her special and if she's afraid to get canceled. Check it out.
Monique joins us live. Welcome.
Yes.
Doing?
Hey.
So good to have you here. Let's jump right in. Your special was released yesterday. It's called My Name is Monique. What have your emotions been like since that release?
I would just have to say proud. I would have to say that, for my family and I, we all watched it last night, and we watched it with our kids, with the twins, who are 17 years old. And it was just a moment that we all shared, and we were all just really, really proud.
Okay, well, Auntie, why did you decide this special was going to be personal stories that shaped you?
It was a special. And when you're doing something special, you have to make it special to you. So when my husband and I began to write this, it had to be personal. And as I said in the trailer, I wasn't worried about being funny. I've already been proven funny, and I say that humbly. But for this, I had something to say. And it was special. So that's why I always tell people, you don't ever have to read about me, baby. You ain't never got to listen to the rags about me, because I'm going to tell you about me. So this one here was, my name is Monique, baby. Let me tell you all about me.
I love it. I mean, it's, you know, I'm listening to you talk, Monique, and it's I do stand up, and I hosted for you and George Wilborn years ago at the old West Palm Beach Improv. So it's good to see you back. It's funny how life intersects, huh?
Yes, baby. Look at you.
Well, you know, you said that you've been proven funny, and that's without a doubt. You've been doing stand-up for a minute, so I have to ask you, what are your thoughts on cancel culture? I'm going to ask this because it's in the prompter, but I think I know the answer. Are you afraid of getting canceled, Monique?
Well, if you already know the answer, remember your mom would say, don't ask questions that you know the answer to. No, because it's a new throw word. It's a word that we've just gravitated to, and now it's become something that we just throw out there. I never worried about that, because it was that community that said, Mo, we right here. Mo, we go back with you to Columbia, South Carolina as Secrets. Mo, we go back with you to All Jokes Aside in Chicago. So I never worried about that, because I knew what I was saying. Eventually, the babies will come around. Me and my husband knew. My husband said, Mama, if you keep talking, eventually they're going to hear it. It only goes away if you stop talking about it. So I never worried about the baby saying, oh, we're going to cancel and she gone away. No.
All jokes aside, in Chicago, that was the first comedy club I ever went to. That was just such a throwback. Like, oh my gosh.
Come on, Erica.
My love of comedy started there, yes. Monique, I wish we could have you all day. You have so much to say, but luckily people can tune into your special. So thank you for joining us on DBL. To our viewers, you can watch My Name is Monique on Netflix. Thank you again, Monique. We'll be right back. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sweetnesses.
Yes. What's up, guys? The Masters Golf Tournament is this week, so Al and I decided to get out, dust off the old wrenches, play a little golf, and test you about some trivia knowledge. Swing away, Al. Boom!
In most sports, when you win, you get a trophy, a cup. Super cool. Congrats, everybody. But in golf, it's a little bit special because you get that green jacket.
So only 54 players have been given the honor of wearing the green jacket, but could you guess who the first one was? Is it A, Ben Hogan, B, Gene Sarazen, or C, Sam Snead?
The answer is C. In 1949, Sam Snead was the first guy to rock that green jacket.
The good news here is that it's not just all in your head. The congestion, the sniffles, the aches that come with the springtime and seem like they're getting worse. According to nationwide search trends, DC, Maryland, and Virginia lead the country in Googling allergies. So yes, springtime might come every single year, but this one might feel a little different.
We turn to these sources to verify why. Remember our mild winter? Nice while it lasted, but now, yes, typical allergy offenders like tree pollen are coming in stronger and sticking around longer. The U.S. Army Centralized Allergen Extract Laboratory says this year, tree pollen numbers spiked at the beginning of February, uncommonly early. This graph from nonprofit research institute Climate Central shows over the past few decades, a warmer planet and longer growing season have lengthened allergy season. In D.C., 20 more days of symptoms than you'd have experienced in 1970. And this study, cited by the USDA, finds the same climate factors are also boosting pollen numbers in North America. So even though we're just a few weeks into spring, you might not have started your usual over-the-counter regimens soon enough, because nurse practitioner Leslie Peterson says yes, it does take a while for most allergy medication to start working.
The best course of action is to begin taking your allergy medication 2 to 4 weeks before your allergen season.
And longtime sufferers, yes, your usual over-the-counter medication might just not be cutting it anymore. Research and expertise is divided on whether this is because we can develop a tolerance or if it's because our allergies themselves can just fluctuate and get worse over time. Regardless, it could be good to try something new.
But don't get discouraged. There's lots of antihistamines out there.
Talk to a physician or a pharmacist if you have questions on the best treatments to find relief and prevent long-term issues.
With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
Now, many U.S. presidents have been known to hit the links every now and then.
So this question is going to be for Tori. Can you guess the only POTUS to be a member of Augusta National? Is it A, Dwight D. Eisenhower, B, Donald Trump, or C, John F. Kennedy?
The answer is A, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the only president that was known to be a club member.
Welcome back. We've got some great deals on amazing products from our friends at MorningSave. Check them out.
Steph, what do you have for us today? Let me know. Give me the sales.
Hey, Tori, and hi, DBL Nation. I'm back with some incredible deals, and as ever, you're going to absolutely love them. Check this out. First up today, we've got the Oba 5-in-1 Ultimate Beauty Kit.
What?
So this deal includes one base with 5 different attachments. So normally this is $120.
Don't love.
We've got it for $24.99.
Love.
So that's saving 79%. But now what about this, Tori?
Ooh,
this is the Cloth and Gable reversible down alternative comforter set.
Yum.
So this deal includes 1 comforter and 2 shams, but only 1 sham for the twin size.
Got it.
Now normally it's $100 to $130, but we've got it for $29.99 to $39.99, which is saving 70%. Now check out this. We love skincare. This is a must-have. It's Luminous Las Vegas 2-in-1 Las Vegas non-surgical instant face lift.
What?
So this deal includes 2 treatment syringes to help tighten your skin without the surgery. Normally, this is $349, Tori, but we've got it for $39.99.
What?
That's saving 89%. Now, our last product is the Cuisinart Stack 5 multi-purpose indoor grill.
Whoa!
So this deal includes 1 multi-purpose grill that cooks in 6 different ways, which replaces the need for multiple cooking appliances. So normally it's $130. We've got it for $89.99, and that's saving 31%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan that QR code. It's right on screen, and it will take you directly to the products that Steph is showing you on MorningSave's website. Thank you so much, Steph, for these products.
So we were talking earlier about J-Lo promoting her own brand, but Al now wants to be the face of Cuisinart.
I do. I saw that slow cooker, and it just made me think, Jeff, you might know, there's nothing like walking the house at the end of the day to food that's been slow cooking. You open the door at 5 o'clock, and you just smell that pot roast or whatever's in there. That's mine.
Buddy, we're getting old because I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.